Are you ready?
Is there going to be a test?
Thank God, no. And you know what I want you to do? Just roll with it. I'm going to give you a lot of stuff, right? Just roll with it, you know? And don't say, I have a question. Are you all ready? 600 million years ago, Jefferson County was within a shallow, sun-drenched sea full of backstroking, crawdaddy-like creatures whose skeletal fragments accumulated on the seafloor and became a layer of limestone. Then, a tectonic plate that we call Africa crashed into this continent, pushing under our plate, thrusting up under that sea.
Mother of limestone fountains, list to an exile's prayer for rest. My heart is in the mountains.
And that tall, craggy rock faces in Harper's Ferry show the violence of these crashing, mountain-forming forces over millions of years ago. The Appalachian mountain ridges are born, and our home is within this fertile upland valley between the first and second wrinkles of our backed-into continental fender.
My heart is in the mountains.
Come the Ice Age, 25,000 to 15,000 years back, a mile-high glacier stopping in mid-Pennsylvania that, as it receded, left floodwaters making today's Potomac and Shenandoah rivers, and a rich legacy of refugee wildlife, birds, and edible vegetation from the deep frozen Northlands. Iroquois tribes evolved trading paths moving south and trading with the tribes in the south of the glacier. This stretch of the Potomac from Harper's Ferry to Cumberland, Maryland, was the trading route and was marked by the migration path of Canadian geese. Oh, Garuda, the Potomac subname of this section. Very onomatopoetic, and it means where the wild geese fly. Now, some of you remember Tom Hahn was a retired Navy captain, the president for 25 years of the American Canal Association, who also wrote 30 volumes on the C&O Canal for the Park Service, and was a bona fide Delaware Indian medicine man. Well, Tom and I were having coffee at Betty's in Shepherdstown. Tom, I said, I left my briefcase somewhere and I can't remember where I left it. His blue eyes became still, and then he said, it's on a hook in the corner of a large room. I didn't take it seriously until a few days later I chanced upon it by spying the briefcase on a hook on a coat rack in the corner of the Presbyterian Church's large social hall. Now, according to Tom, the North-South Warrior trading path came through here from New York to the Carolinas. Susquehannocks and Catawba used it, and the Delaware were to the east and the Shawnee were to the west. Shepherd archaeologist Chuck Holst explained to me that by 1000 AD, the very fertile soil in our county, specifically with that limestone ingredient, and among the best lands in both West Virginia and Virginia, transformed the hunter-gatherers into populous, palisaded villages situated along the Potomac every mile or so, with cornfields outside the enclosure. But a prolonged sharp drop in temperature for several generations forced out migrations. The tribes struggled to survive, needing to feast for up to a year at a time with other dwindling tribes and to intermarry and share. They met at a place where there has always been continuous year-round waterfall coming out of a hillside. The Thompsons, the now deceased owners for some 30 years of that place, would be visited unannounced some 9 times, once when the Thompsons were having a wedding. People coming from Oklahoma, Long Island, Ohio, and each time it was the same. The visitor would get tears in their eyes and say, "It is just as our ancestors and songs said it would be."